Hey Capricorn, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to be doing your first half of a general reading here. We're going to start with some animal energy, but of course, and then go right into the cards. First things first, I got to beg your pardon for a jinky little voice going on here. I'm getting over a cold, so don't mind me too much. We're going to keep on keeping on, but of course. So, what is the animal energy for Capricorn? First half of what is the animal energy for Capricorn? Ooh, I like it so much, and I was getting a wolf in your meditation as well. So the name of the game here is about following your instinct, I'd say at this point. Athena energy here with the owl. This is very much about clear seeing, clairvoyance, really listening to your intuitive voice. And, I'm getting called to talk about a really easy way. Because, even the best of us can struggle with, what is intuition and what is ego, right? When is ego running the show and when is intuition speaking? And a little trick that I learned is that your ego is loud and it has a sense of urgency and it's really, really easy to hear, right? Whereas your intuitive voice, your guidance from your higher self is softer and slower. It has no sense of urgency and it usually won't use words like you. Like, you got to get your stuff together. You got to start doing things different. You got to make more money. That is your ego, right? But if it's a softer, more gentle voice, then it's usually your intuition, okay? Just, something to help you out here, because I really do feel like the name of the game for you guys is about following your own intuitive voice, and your mission be to really click in with that. And I also get this really strong feeling because the owl holds within it the energy of the day and nighttime, both. There's like this saying of the sun lives through the owl at night, which means that the owl can see just as clearly as in the nighttime as it can during the day. So I think, for you guys too, this could really be about, living and embracing the unknown, especially right now. And if you think about it, we have a lot of planets in retrograde. We have Mercury going into retrograde. It's eclipse season. There's a lot of stuff popping off in a planetary context. And so during this time, I do feel like you guys are being guided to just hold still, hold tight and right. It doesn't feel like a time for you to make major player moves, right? With moving, homes or even home shopping or having really serious conversations about your future, even with yourself or with others. It just really feels like a moment to be still within yourself and really click in with your inner intuition. It doesn't feel like a time to be super active, okay? Just what I'm getting. All right. So what's going on for Capricorn for first half of July? Ooh. Okay, we got the Knight of Swords. This is a full ending in a full stop kind of way. Now, this is beautiful. I kind of love the Knight of Swords, mostly because it's not 9.5 swords, right? There's nothing worse than like an ending that's prolonged in any way, or when the writing is on the wall and it's just going and going and going. I love the swords because it's like when it's over, and it's a full stop. And, as an air sign myself, I can appreciate this in a big way. And I always say that like the blood, look at these swords poking through this little baby crow. And then this blood that's on the ground from that emerges new life and new beginnings. So it's the ending of one cycle and the emergence of another. And I feel like you're in the in-between. It feels like right now you're in the in-between, right? Like with the ending of one part of your life, one cycle, one mode of thinking, whatever that is for you. And it's the pre-show before the new one. So during this pre-show, as it were, I'm getting to just kind of hold still. Let yourself just kind of, be here and now, embrace the unknown without making any moves, right? Haha, suke. Because then you got the Six of Wands, darlings, the Six of Wands. So this is gorgeous because this is victory in a way that other people can see. There is an element of the public eye here, but I like to say about this key that this is a victory that you feel on the inside that manifests in the external, or it's a victory, an actual physical victory in the physical 3D world that you also feel on the inside, right? And either way, it's winning in a big way. So I'm really hearing, if you give yourself this time, before really making any moves or decisions or really overthinking things too much. It's, the owl is a receiving energy, but it's also an active energy, but the active part of it is not like physically active. It's about physically seeing the unseen. That's it. You're being asked to look at things in a different way and to discern more than you've ever discerned before. And I feel like Spirit is right here helping you with this. The owl energy is so beautiful to come up for you. And usually when we're called on to tap into our intuition and be still, because if you think about it, we can't really get intuitive guidance really if we're up running around and doing things and worrying about this and that. So it's like you're getting full permission from Spirit here to like be still, because I do feel like you are being routed onto a brand new path in your life. So what better than to just take a moment, a beat, so that when you can get up and running again, you can stick the dismount. Okay? Get another one for y'all from my Capricorn. This ending could be a lot of things. It could be an ending of a version of yourself, ending of a relationship, a lot of things. Then you got the King of Wands here. Yes, King of Wands. This has come up a lot today in these readings, this King of Wands. I'm hearing dream time, because we've got this lizard energy here. We've got this red rose. King of Wands is a very, see, this is gorgeous how this is mirroring already. The King of Wands is a beautiful blend of active and inactive, forward and passive. He holds both of these energies within him, right? Both of these energies within him. And I'm getting here for you guys that it's a time to really, you've got two wands here. Remember, the wand suit really rules passion, desire, artistry, forward movement, right? So this is your time out here with this Ten of Swords, letting one thing die so that something new can rise up from it within and around you. And then you've got this victory with the Six of Wands and then the King of Wands. It's kind of storyboarding really nicely here. And I feel like you're being calm and then we have the Sun here as well. There's something that wants to be illuminated for you. Something. Feels like a truth or like a Blue's Clues, honey, like something like wants to be illuminated for you in a big way. In order for that to be illuminated, it's just about being still long enough to kind of receive that guidance and those hints. It does feel like some of you are being called to really get specific about what your mission work is, what your dream is, what motivates you to get up in the morning, what are you super passionate about, and then how can you either monetize that passion, or how can you bring it into your reality in a way that serves both you in terms of sustainability for your lifestyle, but also serves others. It's about getting really specific about what you want and where you're going. That's what it feels like, Capricorn. Let's get a clarifier here. Ten of Swords. Clarifier, Ten of Swords. Yeah, see? Four of Cups here to clarify the Ten of Swords. Let's talk about this. First of all, we've got a nice little, I think this is more of a rat than a mouse, but this whole energy here, which is about attention to detail. The Four of Cups is about, something not looking exactly as you would want it, or something not being ideal for you, and thus, missing the gift in it. So this ending here could have come on the tail end of something that you thought was going to go a certain way, and then it went another. Something that you thought was going to pan out in a specific context, and then it didn't. It kind of went left for you. And I'm hearing if that's the case for you, beautiful Capricorns, it just wasn't meant to be. It was a lesson you needed to learn at the time, but it was not meant to be, and it was not really yours. So it's okay. Take this next couple of weeks, with all this planetary stuff going on, and ready, set, realign with yourself and hook back into your intuition. So I really do feel like your intuition is absolutely wanting to work with you hand in hand right now for a larger reason, okay? But, there is some disappointment here. There is some disappointment here. Let's get what this victory's about, darlings, with the Six of Wands. I'm all about it. See? And this is what it is. This has been coming up a lot too. So we have the Knight of Pentacles here, darlings, repping your earth sign selves, and I'm all about it. So the Knight of Pentacles, this is a slow moving offer. It's, an offer that's coming toward you, but I feel like it's more, I gotta be honest with you. I feel like it's an opportunity more than anything. Like, yes, offer, but it really feels like an opportunity. So, in this time to ready, set, and getting this intuitive guidance, I feel like is really important, because I feel like you're going to be given a lot of like I keep wanting to say Blue's Clues. I feel like you're going to be getting a lot of clues as to people to align with, places that, you feel drawn to go and be in, stuff like that in that realm. And I feel like there's going to be an offer or an opportunity that comes towards you. I don't know if it's necessarily something you're going to make. It feels like something coming to you that has I think it's going to be around for the long term. Like, I feel like it's something that, like, because Pentacles, this is about timing. And when the Knight of Pentacles comes in, it may take a minute to get here, but then once it's here, it has true staying power. It has the potential to be around for a good long while, which is gorgeous, and I absolutely love that for you guys. But there is victory here that I think is going to lead to some more financial abundance or security. I feel like for some of you, you could be starting like a new line of work or something different than you thought you would be doing. There's a newness and a freshness here around this victory in a public way that other people can see, blah, blah, blah. But I do think for some of you, it could be a job offer, or you linking up with people that have similar passions to yours, and it becomes like a collaborative effort, okay? Also, for a small group of you, I do feel like for a small group of you, some of this disappointment has to do with like a particular person and or a job. It kind of feels like either or both. But I feel like some of you, it's like, once you fully release that, there's like a resurgence, but it's not going to look exactly as you thought it was. And I feel like that's just for a small group of you, but I had to say it, okay? All right, let's get a clarifier for this King of Wands here. Why don't we, though? Clarifier for the King of Wands. Yeah. So, 7 of Wands to clarify the King of Wands. See what I mean, guys? This is a lot about passion, desire, and timing. So, this 7 of Wands, here's what I love to say about this key. The 7 of Wands is the I'm bigger than body gives me credit for key. Okay? This is understanding that any challenge that comes your way is absolutely surmountable by you. So with this King of Wands energy, I feel like you're being called to step into a new chapter, but I feel like a position of authority. You know what I'm getting? I'm getting to ask yourself, what are you really, really good at? More so than the majority of people. What are you particularly skilled at or good at? This is something to really be thought about, maybe even journaled about too. I'm getting to get very specific about that. Because you guys could have like a list, or maybe you never really gave it too much thought, but there's gold in that for you. There's something that you're particularly good at. It could be naturally good at something, right? It could be something that you trained in too, but I really feel like this is something that you are naturally good at. Again, this could be why you're being asked to click in with your intuition and be the owl. 2, you're really specific about what sets you apart from the pack. Getting really specific about that is going to lead you to some type of rebirth. I feel like it's a new direction in money, career, but also relationships. I do. But the name of the game really here is newness. And then also there's this feeling of like ready, set, before the go. To be quite honest with you, that's really what it feels like. And I'm feeling like getting a Archangel Oracle for you. I'm also hearing for some of you, what do you want more than anything else? And don't even try to look at it within limited terms of like, oh, well, this is practical. What do you want more than anything else? In your wildest dreams, what would that be? There's just a lot of Blue's Clues energy going on here that you're being asked to really tap into and get specific about, because there's gold in that mine. Okay, there's gold in that mine. Okay, let's get an oracle for Capricorns. Oracle. I cannot with this. It's so good. So we have 2 here, and I'm like equally obsessed with both of them. So we have You Know What to Do. I think this is my favorite angel card, actually. You know what to do. Archangel Uriel. Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. I want to draw some parallels. Do you see this flame? Flame, flame. Right? Then we've got the sun from the King of Wands here. This is exactly what I was saying. This is also mirroring the Hermit card for me, because he's got that lantern here and the light inside and really taking time to go inside and really figure out what this is. But I'm also getting this feeling it's not going to take that long. Like the Hermit sometimes can take time. okay to reach that inner knowledge and wisdom. I feel like this is going to happen somewhat quickly, but you need to take the time to do it. But I feel like it really could happen like within a matter of days if you take the time to do this. And then once you figure out and put those clues together and find those connective tissues, then it's about acting on it, which makes complete sense because this is King of Wands, Seven of Wands, Six of Wands. It's all about action. All about action. So it's getting that source of inspiration and then moving on it. You got to get the source of inspiration first. Then we have gentleness, which I think is so on point and is really mirroring what I was talking about with a lot of what's going on in a planetary context with the retrograde happening, the eclipse season, Mercury, all of this stuff. So you have gentleness, Archangel Sandalphon. Be very gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environments. And I feel like this is so apt for you. I feel like it is so apt for you right now. Because where you are right now, whenever you're being called to embrace the unknown and be in a place of receptivity and really tap in with your intuitive voice, that's really difficult to do if you are in chaotic situations or people are wanting to hang out with you or spend time with you that are of a different vibration than where you want to go. Try to only align yourself with people right now as much as you can. I understand, life is life, but try to really spend as much time with people that are a vibration to where you want to be, where you are and where you want to be. Does that make sense? There's this whole feeling of people from the past and being of vibrational energies that are not aligned with yours. That is going to be super counterproductive for you right now. And guess what? The owl energy coming in here for you, I feel like you're going to be seeing people more clearly than you ever have before. And there's a responsibility that comes with that. Because once you see people really clearly, maybe they look a little bit different than you thought. Maybe you're picking up on things that you might have been blind to before. Are you just going to let it lie and keep going, just to keep it kosher and not rock the boat, as it were? Or are you going to act on this new information that you're getting and make some changes? This is difficult to do. I'm not going to sit here and act like it's easy. But you're being called to do that. And I'm telling you, lovely, lovely Capricorns, it really feels like you are being called to clear a lot of the energy and old crud out of your closet, with this Ten of Swords especially, to make room for the new. There's a lot of newness coming in here for you, and the universe, instead of, rushing it at you and on a platter, it's going to be so much more fun if you figure out and get really clear on what this is for yourself. Again, what do you want more than anything in the world? In your wildest dreams, what would you be doing for work, for artistry? This feels a lot about work and artistry and mission work, okay? For some of you, if you could take this to a relationship sphere, but I really feel like it's larger than that, to be quite honest. And maybe for those of you who are, in the market for a relationship, or you're apart from someone that, you love, maybe you're being called to get tapped in and get into your own personal power and mission work so that you can get into that new vibration and thus call in your person. And that's what it feels like too, to be quite honest, right? Because your person is going to be attracted to you sitting in this king energy, being at the top of the heap and actively pursuing what you are better at than anyone else. Okay? So live your life and do your thing. I'm excited for you. It's major boss energy here. All right, my beautiful darling Capricorns, this is your first half of my general reading. I so hope that this was of help and resonated with you. If it wasn't, it did. Please let me know in the comments below. I would just love that. And with that being said, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. But mostly just thank you for being you. And be well. Until next time.